Cheers! Welcome to Movie Bitches! Episode 222. Tonight we're reviewing Maza. But no, it's
Ma.
It's Ma.
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 Ma. Ma. It's a hard thing to Google.
Hi.
Ma! Mum! Mum! Mum!
What?
Hi.
First things first, shout out to our wine sponsor, Wing. Try wing.com/moviebitches. You get $22 off your first month of wine. So much.
I convinced Andrew that we had to go see this horror movie because Juliette Lewis was in it.
And Octavia Spencer.
And
it looked campy.
But you knew that Octavia Spencer was in it. Like,
well, right.
Clincher was like, and did you also know that Juliette Lewis was in it? Yeah, we have to see it.
Yeah.
Can't you save us, Britney Spears? Can we be saved? God, why is Satan controlling the universe?
I fucking love her so much. She's great. She was great in this movie.
Yeah.
Everyone was great in this movie.
Yeah.
I didn't think there was a dud. Even all the ancillary characters were people I loved. Guess who showed up? Missi Pyle.
Yeah.
Fabulous. Allison Janney. What? I know, right? Fabulous. It was great. Like, people kept showing up. I was like, I love them.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Luke Bryant.
That's
or
the
a
dad?
name like that. Luke Evans. Gaston from the new Beauty
Oh,
movies.
yeah.
And
That's
I think
how
he
I know
was like
him.
this. He was the husband in Girl on a Train.
Yes. Spoiler alert.
Well, okay, so I would say, go see this movie.
Yeah.
Super campy,
Yep.
over the top, fun, a little like, ooh, just a little scary,
Yep.
like, what's gonna happen?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I would say this isn't really any scarier than Greta.
I think it was more effective than Greta.
Sure.
But yeah, it's not like above and beyond scarier.
No.
But this was campier, more what I wanted, more crazy,
Yeah.
more all of it. Like,
Yeah.
it just was a Greta turned up.
Yes.
And so I was like, yes, here for this. But I would say go see it, and like maybe go see it in the theater if it's still around.
If it's still around by the time this comes
Because
out.
it was a fun, like, theater, like, if you have a bunch of people who were there yelling at the movie, like, what? Like, it would be really fun.
It's true.
Or if it's already out of theaters, get a bunch of friends together, get some wine, and fucking watch it. Because I think it was really fun. Pause, go watch it, come back.
Yeah.
I thought they did a really good job of portraying teenagers in a way that was realistic.
Yep.
In a way that was like, oh boy, do I hate them.
Yeah. I was like, God, they're terrible.
It was like in a, oh, fucking teenagers kind of way.
That's true.
It wasn't like, oh God, these actors are bad, or oh God, these characters don't make sense. It was just like, oh, fucking teenagers.
Yep. That's true. I thought the girl...
The main girl?
Not the main girl, the main friend girl was the most annoying.
Yeah.
And the others, particularly her little boyfriend,
Yeah.
he was redeemed from
Her
me.
little boyfriend. I like that. He got the most to work with.
Yes.
Like,
That's true.
Wise.
Yeah.
He was the most connected to what was happening
Yeah.
and all of that.
And he just was never as obnoxious as the others.
No, he was the most adult also.
Yeah.
So I think that was part of the reason you were into it.
Maybe.
He was like, I'm not going to drink irresponsibly. I'll
And
be
then
your
drive.
DD.
Yeah.
I'm a nice guy. I've got lots of feelings about, my dead mother, and let's save you. Oh, can I give you a hug and save you? Oh.
He makes it, we think.
Yeah, he makes it. They pulled him out of the house. They bothered to pull him out of the house because we'll talk about poor pastor daughter girl.
Yeah.
Talk about it.
Wow. Yikes.
We'll get there.
So.
Ma, the new Blumhouse movie. I think they're single-handedly reinvigorating the horror genre to make it interesting, and I'm really excited about it. They're doing more psychological horror movies, smaller horror movies, that are subtler or, not just like, bleh!
Right. Well, and they have that whole thing on Hulu. They've been doing different horror movies for different holidays.
Oh, really?
I haven't seen any of them because, why would I? Each time I watch ones like these, I'm like, well, that was fun.
Yeah.
So,
you're dipping your toe in.
These are ones that I'm more on board for, where it's not really a horror. It's not Friday the Friday.
That's fun, though.
Freddy Krueger, is that?
Freddy Krueger is Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah.
Friday the 13th is Jason.
Okay.
But
or Chainsaw Massacre. I don't want any of that.
That's a different category. Chainsaw Massacre, gnarly.
Yeah.
Too real.
Yeah.
70s looks like it's a snuff movie.
Yep.
I don't like that. Friday the 13th, little spooky, little scary, campy and fun, and they're literally at camp, and it's teenagers having sex and then getting killed. It's like fun.
Okay.
You would be fine.
Okay.
I'll just be your guide.
Good.
I'll just
My
take you along. It'll be great.
Okay.
We'll make it. We'll make it through to the other side. But yes, Ma started slow in that it built and was like, here's these relationships. I thought it did a great job portraying the mother-daughter relationship between Juliette Lewis and her daughter. I thought it was really interesting and like real, and there was, you know, they weren't perfect, but they were getting by, and you believed they were related.
Absolutely.
And that they were mother-daughter, that they cared about each other.
Yep.
Are you going to meet a boy? No sex or booze.
Okay.
And all of this sort of teen stuff, I thought they got really right.
Really right.
And
I thought their use of phones and digital communication
wasn't bananas. I mean, sometimes you were like, why aren't you calling the police? But other than that,
I mean, always.
It wasn't like, what's this, like, Insta Snap, you know, like.
Yeah, exactly. It wasn't unfriended nonsense bullshit, you know?
Yes.
They also did a really good job for me of Octavia Spencer's character, where for a very long time I was like, but what exactly, like, she just seems kind of...
She seems sad and lonely and irresponsibly peer pressured by, you know...
But also responsible? Like,
it was,
you know,
like,
that idea
it did
of like,
enough of like, well, I guess, maybe. It wasn't totally black and white where you were like, oh no, she's crazy. Like, get out of there, you know?
Right.
It's a slow burn of crazy. Like, at first you're like, oh, she just seems like maybe she needs some friends.
Right. And then it's like, ooh, 1,000 text video messages. I will say that was kind of weird.
I mean, that was stupid. She sends them a lot of video voicemails? Is that what?
It was unclear. Were they like...
I think it was just like video messages.
Right.
And maybe that's kind of fun in that the teens weren't doing it. This older woman who doesn't understand technology is doing it.
Fair.
Maybe that was...
Maybe.
More...
Except the teen, she did it once to be like, everyone block Ma, that bitch is crazy.
Oh, right. I'm just going to send it...
To Ma?
But like, where was that? They didn't explain like, oh, and it's on my Insta story or something. It was just like, I'm going to video myself
like
and then...
group text
it to everyone in the school?
Including the woman that I'm sending to block?
That
was an interesting choice.
That was a little weird.
That bitch is crazy.
I mean, this movie really got it, even from the beginning. So they're trying to wait outside a liquor store to get someone to buy them alcohol, and they're just sort of like being dumb teenagers, and everyone's like, fuck you, no. And then she's like, oh, well, you know, maybe I'd rather you drink, you know, responsibly. You promise you won't drive. Hey, maybe you should come over to my house so like you can party there, because like there's parents that do that, you know. Drink here so I know you're safe, instead of if you're gonna drink anyway, out, you know, at the quarry or whatever the fuck.
Sure.
It starts and you're like, oh, I see what she's doing.
The first time she let them go drink in the quarry, and then she calls the cops, so then they feel like they can't go to the quarry, so then they have to find somewhere to go, and then she's like, well, if you want to go to my house.
Come over to my house.
Well, there's no cops here.
Yeah.
So she said it, she knew what game she was playing the second that she saw that it was...
So-and-so's son.
Yeah.
You know what? That's true. That's what set it off. I put that together, but I didn't quite... It's like, she was like, oh, it's on.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna fuck you.
Yep. They did a good job because they make it seem like she's into him, which maybe she is too.
Into the son.
But yeah. But it's like, oh, she was more interested once she saw the cute boy.
Yes.
And that's weird and whatever, but really it was also that he's the son of the guy that fucked her over, and it's revenge plot and all of that.
First time they go down there, the douchey, like, football playing, you know, friend is just like, oh, Ma, you should really fix up the basement and put a pool table and do this and da-da-da-da-da, or whatever.
Like, don't you want to be cool
or
whatever?
Want to be cool? Yeah. And she pulls a gun on him and is just like, strip, boy. Right now. And he strips down to nothing. He's like holding his goodies like, and then she's like, I'm just fucking with you. Put your clothes back on. I mean, that's when you say, we're going to leave.
Yep. I'm going to go, and thanks so much. This was fun, but I'm not coming back.
Never going to talk to you again.
Yep.
But in the context of the movie, it was like, what? And they show his full ass.
Yeah.
And everything. I was like, okay, movie, what's happening here? Exactly. I'm like interested in what this story is.
Yeah.
Don't go upstairs. That's my, you know.
Right.
That's my area. I mean, there was a lot going on with her.
Oh my God. Yeah, because then there was the daughter.
The Munchausen by proxy stuff going on, and flashing back, like usually when they flash back to, oh, this horrible thing happened to me in high school, it's bad, but it's either so over the top that it's unrealistic.
Right.
Or it's like, well, that wasn't great, but everyone's been bullied. But I thought they did a really good job of making what happened to her fucked.
I mean, it is full-on sexual assault, and it's fucked, and it's
so
like,
fucked.
Yes.
It's also, they made it believable.
Yeah,
Where
I
it's
don't
not
know.
like, oh, and then we like murdered someone in front of everyone at school. Like,
Totally.
it didn't go like...
No. Yeah, it made it believable where it was like as fucked as you could go without it being escalated to some sort of
criminal
exactly
like, investigation.
Exactly.
I mean, it's a crime.
But
like,
it's not like you could see how it would never get reported or like they would never go anywhere.
Yeah, basically the main boy's dad is like pretending to flirt with her in high school and like seducing her and whatever and like meet me in the closet and you can give me a blowjob because that's how this works. And she goes in there, it's dark, she sucks his dick and then comes out and he's out there and she's just sucked some stranger's dick and like the psychological fuckery of that to me was enough
in addition of doing it in front of like
everyone
knows.
Like, oh bitch, we all did this to fuck you over. She was just stewing and then when she saw her opportunity it was like, oh bitch.
It grew in the craziness.
Yeah.
Over time, and it's like at first maybe she doesn't really know what she's doing about it. I'm gonna fuck with them. They're my little toys and I'm gonna see where this goes.
Yeah.
And then when all of the adults and everyone, even the kids, are all assholes to her still, then I think that's where it like fully...
She was like, okay.
Can't change.
No.
Can't change him. He's an asshole. He's a dog, so I'm gonna make him a dog.
Oh my god. And the campiness of Missi Pyle's death.
The first death?
Unceremonious Missi Pyle's just running down the street. Oh, I'm so pretty. I'm blonde. I'm thin. I'm running around. Bup, bup, bup. And Octavia Spencer just driving by. Runs her over. Fucking cunt. Never to be seen or heard from again. Not reported. Nobody in the movie is like, hey, did you hear fucking Mercedes got run over by a fucking car?
Nothing.
Nope. Fucking cunt. That was when we turned on the movie in that we started laughing.
Yes. And
the people next to us also started laughing.
That was like the signal of, here's the crazy camp. Get ready.
And Allison Janney is so fabulous. Just as her boss, the vet.
Yeah, just this like
oh my gosh.
I mean, to be fair, all of the things that Allison Janney complained to her about were valid complaints as an employer.
Oh, she's a bad employee.
Yeah.
Not doing her job.
What is with all of these movies with like injecting drugs into people? Because Greta...
I think it's particularly when it's like a female who's doing the assault or the kidnapping and stuff, it's like, oh, they're not strong enough to literally like manhandle somebody. Manhandle somebody. So they have to drug them in order to then overpower them.
Sure.
It was almost on the level of like a Boy Next Door where simultaneously, I mean, this is a better movie.
Yes.
Boy Next Door is like fully a camp joke. This is like a good movie that gets it.
Yes.
It escalated, I thought, properly, where Greta... the slow burn didn't warrant how crazy or how much it picked up. Like, it picked up a bit, Greta.
Yeah.
But for me, this slow burn, and there was enough little things like, strip down, boy. Like,
she's getting crazier and crazier.
Oh, that was weird and crazy. Oh, and then it really escalates. I mean, they fully just show Luke Bryant's dick.
Sure.
Whatever the fuck his name is.
Yeah, she's like, should I cut this off? I kind of would have preferred that.
I mean, she was gonna kill him anyway.
Exactly.
This was bananas.
Bananas. She grabs, the poor dog.
But at least he made it.
The dog
They
made
didn't
it?
kill the dog. No, she just drained his blood.
Okay.
Like, I mean, it's not great, but she didn't kill the dog.
Okay.
It just lost some blood.
Okay.
That she took.
Okay.
Via IV, and she's a trained professional.
Okay.
I was like, don't you kill that dog, I'll be very mad.
Very mad. So then you see this IV bag of Louie's blood, and she's like, well, I realized you're a dog, so I'm gonna turn you into one.
I mean, what would that do?
Well, your body would definitely reject it.
Well, sure.
You get blood poisoning.
Yeah.
And your organs would probably shut down.
Fuck.
But then also she just slit his wrist, and he bled out.
Yeah.
So like.
But she did it the bad way, so it took longer. She didn't go up the vein.
Sure.
She went to the side of the vein.
It was a lot.
Yeah.
That was the most graphic for. Well, I don't know when she irons his chest.
Oh God! But I love that They sneak into her house and they're in what's clearly a young girl's bedroom. And then the daughter shows up and she's like, what are you doing in my mom's room? Like, stuff like that, we're like, oh, this is bad news. She hasn't moved on at all. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Like, oh, no.
But then also the girl with the mask. Ooh.
Yeah, what was that? Oh, hi, I'm just a weirdo in this... What? Yeah. Ah! So she kidnaps him. She's giving him a dog transfusion. And he's got this, like, chenille pink towel just, like, laid across his crotch. And I was just like, I'm into all of what's happening right now. I love it. And then she's, like, you know, playing with the towel and, like, oh, maybe I should cut it off. And I'm like, oh, well, they're not going to show. Oh, they just showed his dick.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, oh,
yeah, I was like, oh, they're not going to show. Oh, they did.
But it wasn't hard. So
no.
it wasn't an X.
Right, exactly. It was allowed.
But yeah, it went fully R, which I appreciated. This went for it and got crazy and amped up. She was such a good actress. Everyone was such a good actor in it. That, like,
that's true.
Elevated it. I thought the main girl was very good.
Yeah.
I just thought it was like a really fun time at the movies.
I think it was a really good movie. I feel like for a lot of people, especially like teenagers and whatever now, this could be a classic for them.
Like a Scream. I
yeah,
mean, not quite.
Or but like you know, like this definitely is a slumbover. A slumbover.
A slumbover. A sleepover? Oh my god, this would have scared the pants off me in high school. At the same time that it fully shows teenagers like drinking and having sex, being irresponsible and like being real teenagers.
Yeah.
It's also like a cautionary tale. Don't drink and drive. Don't drink at strangers' houses. This is what happens when you do drugs.
Yep.
Sally or whatever. It did a good job of portraying actual teenage life, but then being like, but bitch.
But also, let's not get crazy
You might get ironed.
Or get an iron to the face and then left for dead.
Yes! Oh my god, so the pastor's daughter is always at the party. I mean, I did love this because this felt true too. The pastor's daughter goes to all the parties, but then she pretends to fall asleep on the couch and she's drunk, so she doesn't have to get drunk for peer pressure, so she can still be a good girl. And I was like, I actually love this. Because she fell asleep at the party and didn't leave when everyone else did, she's there with the, you know, Brat Pack, the main characters, and she just gets ironed in the head. Never to be seen from again. The house is burning down. They don't drag her body out of there. They're like, well, bitch, forget Allison, I guess. Who cares? That was fucked up.
Yeah. I guess none of them even knew that she was there necessarily except
the main girl.
The main girl.
Because they were all passed out.
Yeah.
We didn't talk about the sewing of the mouth shut. And painting his face white. There's only room for one of us in these movies. I mean, there was a lot of like meta-ness. At the same time that we're making this movie that's aware that there's usually only one black character in the movie, there's only one black kid in the movie. Well, and originally the screenplay was written for, I mean, who cares? Like, who's to say? But like originally it was written for someone who's white.
Oh.
Octavia Spencer's character.
Interesting.
And then they rewrote it for her when she showed interest. We get the whole dynamic with Juliette Lewis and her daughter, and they're trying to get by, and they really seem like they're related and everything, and they're flashing back to their high school days in the 80s, and you realize that all the kids in the movie now, all their parents went to high school with Ma, and how Juliette Lewis like felt bad about what was happening to Ma but didn't do anything about it because she was
I didn't
weaker.
really get that.
I think they could have done a better job of really expressing that, but I think it worked out in the end when Ma is like she's dragging her daughter into the fire, and she's like, bitch, you're nothing, you don't have, you know, you're just like your mom, you just can't stand up to me, blah, 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 and she just fucking stabs her and is like, I'm not like my mom, I'm stronger, bitch, or whatever, and I was like, ooh, this like generational, like, ooh, that's interesting. You're like, yes, love it.
Yeah.
I thought that was cool.
I agree.
So.
It was good. I recommend it.
Go see it.
Yeah.
Fun times.
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers.
Can't you save us, Britney Spears? Can we be saved?